If you've ordered a custom training video from the Presto web development team, we're going to need to be able to log into your administrative panel in order to create that custom screencast video based on what is available in your administrative panel. So one option to do this would be to share your super user administrative panel credentials. For security measures, some people prefer not to do this, and that's fine. So we're going to show you how you can set up a super user and an administrative user for us to be able to work with you and log into your administrative panel. The first thing you'll want to do is mouse over the user's menu option, and there you'll see this user manager dropdown, and they've conveniently added this add new user button. So you can link to that, and you can start the form there, or the longer way would be just to click the user manager to take you to the entire user manager, and then click the new button from the user manager. So when the page completes the loading process, you're going to see the form to add a new user. Let's start by adding a name, and we will call it this user GetPresto, and the login name as well, GetPresto. For the password, you can do something very simple. Let's just use 1234567, and you confirm that password with 1234567. For the email, you can put any type of email in there. It doesn't have to be a real one, because this is just a temporary user email at getpresto.biz. We don't need to receive the system emails, and you definitely don't want to block the user, or else we cannot work for you. All right, so here's the important part, the assigned user groups. If a user is just selected as the default registered, they will not be able to log into your administrative panel. If you select the administrator option here, they will be able to log into your administrative panel, but we won't be able to build out very much within your administrative panel. In other words, we couldn't install any extensions. Certain functions will be disabled, and depending upon your need, you may be required to have us have a little bit more access. So the very best option would be to assign the super user credential. Let's say that you didn't want to assign the super user credential, and you instead wanted to assign the administrative user. In this case, we will not actually be installing the package with the video into your administrative panel. What will happen is we would create the video, and then we would email you a package which you would have to install manually through the extensions manager. So once again, it's always best if you can just assign that super user credential. And then when you're done, click the save and close button. At this point, we should see the message saying user successfully saved. So now let's test that the login works for this new user. Okay, so if we remember, the username was GetPresto and the password 1234567. Of course, you can create your own password. You just want to make sure that you let us know what that is. There we go. It's always a good idea to test that new user credential before you send it to us so that you know it's working. So as you can see, since the super user credential has been applied to the GetPresto user, we have all access to the extensions manager, and all of the components will be fully functional for us to create whatever custom video you need required. And just to explain it further, let me log out here. Okay, so just so you can see the difference here, we're going to take the super user credential away and apply administrator. So what this will do is it's changing the privileges of that GetPresto user, so that since we've still applied the administrator user, as you can see here, the user group is set to administrator. When the GetPresto user logs in, we'll still be able to interact with your administrative panel and create custom training videos, but if your video requires any custom work, chances are that the privileges will be limited such that it could give us some difficulty, but we would be sure to let you know if that's the case. So as you can see now, the administrative panel is a bit more limited. From the extensions drop-down menu here, we don't have the option to install any extensions. So once again, if this were the case and we created the video, we would send you a package that you would manually install in order to see the new updated video in your custom video library. All right, so now let's finish off this entire tutorial with what would happen after the job is done. When you've verified that the job is complete, your video is loaded, and you are done working with the Presto team for the time being, there's a couple of options. If you think you'll work with us in the future, you can always just do a quick disable and deactivate the account by clicking these buttons in the user manager. By blocking the user in this manager, we will no longer be able to access the administrative panel. Now, if you would like to completely eliminate the user because it may be several months before you need another custom video created, we totally understand, and that's a good security measure. All you want to do is select the checkbox next to the Get Presto User and click the delete button, and this will completely eliminate all functions for that Get Presto user on your website. And you'll see that one user was successfully deleted.